On the 17th of September 2025, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan officially signed a defense pact referred to as the Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement. The accord was finalized in Riyadh at Al-Yamamah Palace, during a state visit by Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, who had been invited by Saudi Crown Prince, also Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman. Key commitments. Under the terms of this agreement, any hostile act or aggression directed at either Saudi Arabia or Pakistan will be considered as aggression against both. The pact thus establishes a mutual defense obligation. The agreement also aims to deepen defense cooperation and strengthen joint deterrence capabilities so as to respond more effectively to external threats. Historical context and motivations. The agreement builds upon decades of bilateral relations between the two countries. Saudi Arabia and Pakistan have long shared close political, military and economic ties rooted in what is often described in official statements as brotherhood, Islamic solidarity, and joint strategic interests. In recent years, regional instability, rising tensions in the Middle East, and changes in global security realignments have pushed many states to seek stronger, more formalized security guarantees. Part of the immediate backdrop for this pact includes concerns over cross-border threats, and incidents in the region that have led to greater urgency among Gulf and South Asian states to reassess their strategic posture. Officials involved. The agreement was signed by Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. High-level officials from both sides were present, including senior military leaders. On the Pakistani side, Defense Minister Khawaja Asif, Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir, Chief of Army Staff, and other senior ministers were part of the delegation. Pact features and provisions. Mutual defense. Any aggression against one party is considered aggression against both. Enhanced cooperation. The agreement includes provisions for joint deterrence, coordinated security cooperation, possibly shared military exercises or plans. The precise mechanisms for implementation have not yet been fully disclosed in public sources. Strategic alignment. Related discussions also covered broader regional and international developments, cooperation in security, peace efforts, and maintaining stability. Significance and implications. This treaty represents a shift from informal cooperation toward a more binding mutual assurance between the two countries. It formalizes what had been long-standing ties without the explicit mutual defense guarantee. For Saudi Arabia, this adds a layer of security partnership beyond its traditional alliances. For Pakistan, it strengthens its strategic role in the Gulf region, and potentially gives Islamabad influence in Saudi Arabia's security architecture. The agreement may also affect regional power balances. Observers see it as a response to uncertainties about major external powers, and as a way for both countries to hedge risks in a volatile regional environment. Unresolved, undeclared details. Some elements are not yet clear in publicly available reports. Specific types of military support obligations, troop deployments, basing rights, joint command structure, etc., have not been laid out in detail. Whether the treaty explicitly commits Pakistan's nuclear deterrent or nuclear assets in defense of Saudi Arabia is ambiguous. Officials have refrained from stating that Pakistan will necessarily extend a nuclear umbrella. Operational procedures, timelines, and exact cost or resource sharing have not been publicly defined. Reactions and next steps. While details are still emerging, this agreement has drawn attention from analysts and foreign governments, given its potential to reshape alliances in the Middle East and South Asia. In the immediate term, both governments will likely begin work to define implementation plans, joint exercises, command coordination, intelligence sharing, and other defense cooperation mechanisms. The success of the agreement may depend on clarity about these features and on how both states follow through under changing regional conditions.